Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. For this section of my YouTube page, I am going to be making a recreation video by Miss Beyonce. I saw the look she did for someone very astonishing. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try this look. I am going to play the video and yeah, this look. Yes, this look right here. That's what we're going to recreate. So let's do it together. So my first point is always to hydrate my skin. Very essential. I'm just going to use like a collagen hydration on my face, a collagen and vitamin C before my primer. I do not want my skin to dry out. I already have a combination skins, but sometimes it can either get dry or it gets very oily, so you can never tell. I am gonna go in with the NYX face glue. Yes, sorry, I'm using my hands. That's the ultimate blender. This right here, the ultimate blender. Just generously apply it to my face. Oh my god, I got darker. I was in the sun during my short trip, so this is what you get when you tan out. And I did wear sunscreen, but the sunscreen doesn't save you. You still get tanned. I have to wait for my face a little bit so the primer sets properly before I put in my foundation. So I'm just gonna use a little foundation on my face. Because, yeah, it looks like it's a bit lighter, but I'm still gonna work with that because the rest of my body isn't as dark as my face. Yeah, you can clearly see I tanned all the way out. This is what 2 days in the sun will do to you. Oh, but it's what it is. I can't go darker because of my neckline. The variation, come on. Once the foundation is laid and evenly distributed, I will go in with a concealer under my eye. Yeah, this is a bit lighter, but I really want a little bit more definition on my face. I'm using another shade closer to what I should have right here. And I'll let it sit for a little while and blend it out. I'll spray. Yeah, I'm not trying to dry out while I'm doing that. So I'm just gonna blend this out. So once this is done, I let it sit. Once this is done, I let it sit. I know there are a lot of people that like to work with their beauty blenders, but for me, this is mine. Yeah, I'll go back to using my brush, my foundation brush, to really blend it in. Sorry, you can't see it. So I'm gonna come a little bit closer. So I use my foundation brush, blend it in because it already has like foundation on it. I'll apply lightening powder right where the concealer is because it's already wet. So using my brush, I actually like to press it in. Yeah, I decided for this time I decided to do the concealer on just under my eye first before I work on the rest of my face when I'm done. So I can easily clean up what has been done. There's a lot of light on my face, but this is just so you can see me clearly. Can you see me? The moment of truth, one of my favorite parts. Ding, 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 my brows. So I will work on my almost non-existent brows like you've seen in the other videos. But it's functional. So let's get into it. try my best because I don't have my other sponge here. So I'm trying my best to not. Do I have a sponge? I think I do. But yeah, it's what it is. I think I do. But trying to draw my brow. Yeah. Same thing goes here. Yeah, you can use it to fade your brow in without really brushing out the front. So just this. Oh, but because I want more fades, I'll go in with a brush. Same thing here. You know, I'm gonna go in here. For those of you that don't have like an eyeshadow primer, you can always use a concealer if it's grippy and wet. For those of you that don't have an eyeshadow primer, you can always use your concealer. When it's wet, you can easily set it, working with a good eyeshadow palette. But this one, we're just going to work with a concealer. We are going to work with a concealer. So that's how it looks. So I know it's light, so but I'm just going to use it to clean out the top, just to give the top of my brows more definition. I know this was one of those things that they told us not to do back in the day. It's scary. The problem is in the blending. Not a lot of people know how to blend out a lighter concealer when it goes on the upper part. But I'll show you how to do it. I'll show you how to do it. So this is what it looks like. I'm gonna work on the next side. So in the process of highlighting the upper part of my brows, I have concluded in highlighting the face, the part of my face that actually I would have used a lighter concealer on. So yes, so I'll just fix this center part. The brow is always like a V cut. From here, from the center of your nose, you go the other way. I try to blend here out a little bit so it fades out more naturally. So right here, I fade out a little bit because that's it. I'm repeating myself. So it gets like, so for the eyeshadow, we'll be working with this from Juvier's palette, Warrior 3. Actually, this is for the eyeshadow, we'll be working with the Warrior 2 by Juvier's palette. So this is well used. You can clearly see that. This here, Holy Grail, well used. So this is the shade we're working with to get that nice natural blend on the eye before the lighter shade of the eyeshadow comes in. So I'm just gonna blend it in. It wasn't overly concentrated, so make sure you start dark from the edge here and blend it in. Edge, blend it in. You do the same for the other side as well. Always start from this end if you're working with a dark shade and then blend in. Then I'm going to work with this lighter shade here to do the upper, close to my brow rolls. Just very light and just blend it out. Same thing here. It doesn't have like hash lines. Yep. And that's it. Very simple. For my creases on my eye, I noticed in the eyeshadow that it had a slight shimmer to it. So it was a lighter shade, but it did have a slight shimmer. So I will go into another GVS palette that is well used. Yes, I'm blowing out the dust. So I'm going to go into it to create the lighter shade. I'm working with this one right there. So it's just small for just the inner crease. So right here, I do not have a lot. That's all you need. That's it. That's it. That's all you need. I'm just gonna blend out. This isn't exactly hard. It's pretty easy. Just know where your crease starts and when it stops. Some people have like bigger creases, but some people's eyes have a bigger space from here. So, but we're just working with this. Can you see it? Can you see it? I'm playing. So this is about it. The eyeshadow was pretty simple. So I had to do a screenshot. You see how that eye looks? So she used an eyeliner on the eye and then faded a little bit of dark shade in here. So that's what gave her eyes more definition. So that's what we're going to do now. And we are back with the Juviers again. So working on this one to blend it in. I'm going with a small pointy pencil brush, with a small pointy brush to make sure I'm able to get into it. So starting here, the idea is to fade it out. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Concentrate it on the line and fade it out. Fade it in, I mean, sorry. Fade it into the eyeshadow. Not a lot, but enough to create this fade. Remember, it's black, so be very careful not to do too much because it can easily go past it. So apply it on the liner and then gradually feed it in to give your eye the definition. It doesn't completely go into the eyes, but yeah. And that's it. I'll just use this brush to blend it out a little bit more to balance the fade. And that's what it looks like. If you need to use your fingers. Take away the hash lines. And that's exactly what I am doing. Fit it in, but take away the hash lines, and that's what you get. And that's it. I'll not be using concealer to set my face. I'll not be using concealer to contour my face. I will be using only a dark shade of powder to do it. But you can always use a concealer to do it, and always remember to set it because it's a wet product. So remember, the dimension of your brows is where your true contour begins. So here, this is where my brow started. So from there all the way down. And the size of the bridge of your nose here can help you with how you define the contours of your nose. Always remember that. No. And my nose is contoured. What nose? I'm fine. It's right there. Then I will blend it inwards towards the shadow. That's it. Then I can do the cheeks. So I will do the cheeks and the hair and the hairline. Cheek and hairline. Here, measurement. You look at this part of your ear, right from there, here, it just blend it up. From this, use this as your point to know where your contour begins here. So you get here, use your brush to mark it out, and then this is where you put your contour and blend it upwards. Do the same here. Then let me do my hairline area. Your contour for your hairline depends on the amount of space you have here. I have a lot. So, but it's one of the blessings. I had looked up at Rihanna growing up, and she had all the fringe. Like, yeah, that's a head shape I can remember, or something I can work with. It's almost like mine. So I always try to blend in close to the brow to give you the illusion of a smaller forehead. And also here, also blend here to give you a little bit. I don't put a lot on it because I think I have enough definition. I'll go ahead to apply blush, and then this is a secret to blush. I know I'm going to say it in most of my videos. Your blush is right here, just above your contour. For some people, bronzer, I'm dark. I can't even call it a bronzer because like I'm already bronzed. So here, right above it. You see that? You see that? Yeah. I'll do the same here too. Right above the bronzer. In recent days, I've been seeing a lot of people do like a blush on their nose. Should we do that? I think I will, just for the fun of it. It's makeup, just play. It's red. It's so red. I'm not even cold. But that's it. I'm ready to complete this base with a fixing powder, but I have to spray my face first. Let it dry, and then I'm just gonna apply my fixing powder so I can blend everything in. But why do we even call it fixing powder when we can call it blending powder? Because it just goes into your makeup and starts to blend completely. You can see the difference, right? The light part is still light, but then it smoothens out the whole look and makes the color come together, like everything you've applied on your face to just blend in and come together. So I dab it in. Just to create a little bit more definition to my eyes, I will go ahead and apply a little lighter powder and take away any excesses. I take away any of the excesses on my hand because I don't want it to be overly saturated. But just a lighter powder under my eye here to give you this effect. Just to give you this cut out effect that it's trending these days. Apply it and cut out. Trying also to work on avoiding any creases on my eye. And that's it. It gives me a lifted look. I will still try to blend out. I don't really like a lot, but it gives you a very lifted look. Now I'm going to apply my highlighter. Or so I can get a glow. I don't want a lot on my face, so we're just trying to create a glow. Right here. Same on the other side. Right here. Okay. And I'm going to work on making my nose as pointy as possible. Here. Here. And here. Going to enhance the tip of the eye a little bit more by applying a highlighter there. And that's it. So, okay. Okay. So I'm gonna wait for it to be tacky. Yeah. Make sure you get it as close to your lash line as possible. Then I'm gonna go ahead to press it in. I'll go ahead and do this side of my eyes. You can see the whole difference between this side with the lashes on and this side without the lashes. So they both look good, but everybody to their own preference. I'll go ahead to put the other lash on and then we continue. The lip is the most important part for me, so let's see how it's. From the makeup, you can tell that she contoured her lip with a dark shade of brown before she put the red lips on, and that's exactly what they're doing. I'll be working with a chocolate by I think it's TLB. I'm not sure which product this is anymore. Oh no, it's Maybelline Infallible chocolate. It smells like chocolate as well, so I'll use that to contour my upper lip. Clearly, we have different shapes of lips, so mine I'll contour it according to the way mine looks. And she actually made it go in a little bit more here before the lipstick. And then I'm going to apply it here as well. And here. The thing I like about B Beyonce's looks, or I say B Beyonce. I don't know why I keep calling her B Beyonce. It's B Beyonce. B Beyonce. One thing I like about her looks are they're very sultry. It gives you like the whole Arabian kind of look, and I love it. Uh, I will go ahead to apply my red lips. And then she had a gloss on also. A lot of people don't like red with gloss. I don't know. I wonder why. Red stands for danger. I'm actually being messy with this. And I'm not supposed to be messy with it. Okay, I'll be more careful. Red is very hard to clean off. Okay. This is what it looks like. If the lipstick has more definition, I will go in with a concealer to blend the edges out. Yep. Make sure you really blend it out. Very essential. I already didn't apply like a concealer on this area, so this was able to serve as the concealer that I didn't apply in the first place. And powder it. And we are almost done, but let's not forget that Beyonce's Beyonce looks always has like the lower lash part a little bit accentuated, and you can't do these parts before your setting spray. And that's from experience. Make sure you do your setting spray first before you do this because it's gonna stain. So do it last. The goal is to separate the lower lash. And that's what I'm doing. It takes an amount of skill and patience, and that I don't have. Okay, no, I have the skill, but I don't have the patience right now. And that's about it. This is the look. So this is the look and the final piece of it. I'd like you to actually go watch the video for BBOs and see if it matches or not. You know, I did my own recreation. It's different. You have different shapes of faces, different brow bones or brow structures. We have different lips, and the method of contouring is going to be very different because of different cheekbones. Complexion was very different as well, but I tried to recreate the eyeshadows and the lip. So that is basically what is more similar, but um I'd like to see what you think and if you are going to try this look. I actually absolutely love this look. It's for van. So I had to tie this on and do a little bit of edges. And that's it. So I'll like, share, subscribe, and just follow. I'm always going to have the link to my YouTube page uploaded in my Instagram, and also you're going to see it here. So like, share, subscribe. Thank you.